Alright, hey guys, this is my week 4 discussion post. So, let's get started on it. So, for question 1, share anything that resonated with me from the readings and videos, and why it connects to your teaching and students within your classroom. Oh, that's a good one. Alright, so, a big idea that resonated with me when I was looking at the readings and watching the videos is that kids do well if they can. Now, it sounds simple, I know, but I look at my students and almost all of them want to succeed. I don't see a single one that truly does not want to succeed. But often they don't have the right support. But when they have the right support, it makes a big difference. Now, it's great when I did my first ever lesson, which was an art lesson. Which this group isn't very a collaborative one. It's more of a large art. It was like very art collaborative, but when they completed it, they're like, look at what I did, look at the flowers I painted right here for this. They work together and they're great. So, but watching the video, this also made me realize something, that oftentimes we wrongly assume students choose just not to care or do well, when in reality we need to be looking at the bigger picture, dig deeper to understand what their struggles are truly about. And this is something that I noticed with myself in the past, is that teachers sometimes thought I just didn't want to do anything, but in reality I just needed the right supports. Like, I needed maybe a little sentence frames to start my writing. So I do see at my clinical site though, I do see at my clinical site, we are very much, the results of building any relationships with these students has made it easier for me to make sure to provide them the right supports. When they need help, they go to my CT, but I'm usually, for a lot of these students who have been with the CT since the beginning of September, come to me first, because I understand a good thing, all these things that need to be done to help support them, to allow them to succeed. So, now for question 2, share about a student you would like to try. CPS, collaborative problem solving. Alright, I have a student. Now, this student is very far behind in working. We'll call him E. Now, E is very much distracted easily and takes, I would say, more time than is provided. But if I'm to use, this has resulted in a lot of problems where the student is behind and not able to succeed on the assessments, when both me and my CT know this student is one of the smart ones, yet they get so distracted that they just fall behind. So, using CPS, I really want to work with them to figure out what has been getting in the way to build these skills. And I shouldn't assume that they just don't care. I should assume that there might be a different way to engage and help the student during the lessons. And I need to figure that out and try CPS with them. Alright, problem 3. Why do you think the first 2 weeks of school are crucial for successful classroom management? Now, this, in my opinion, is the time you have to start building relationships. You cannot truly make the perfect relationship here. You can't build a relationship just like that, like a quick snap. You have to spend time with it. And during these first 2 weeks, this is when you as a teacher have the best chance to interact with the students, because you're learning about them and they're learning about you. So you can build these relationships, make it a little tighter. And if we are able to make these connections, we can have our management, our expectations have been set. They know what they are, and it's easier to manage because since they have a connection with you and you have a connection with them, they're more likely to go work with you with your expectations. And as the quote, be consistent but flexible, love them unconditionally but hold them accountable, and give them a voice but be the leader. This means that you're the adult in this role. Obviously you're the adult, you're the teacher, you're the one that needs to be in charge. But as a teacher, we need to be consistent. We need to hold students accountable. They need to learn. But if we are to use these first 2 weeks well, be a little bit more flexible. Don't expect them to instantly understand how to be in line perfectly every day. No. If they are, let's say you're teaching kindergarten and first grade's more reasonable. You expect them to be in a line and like silently, but they're not used to that yet. It's going to be sometimes. Just be flexible. Don't instantly punish. But you have to hold them accountable. So my idea of this whole thing is, if we are to succeed, we need to be able to be consistent, but not truly hold them accountable to the standards we will hold to them in the later months. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. That's my discussion post number 4. All right, I'll see you guys next time.